what to do in Boise, Idaho in the winter. So in today's video, we're gonna show you guys what snowmobiling looks like in McCall, Idaho. We're gonna show you some hot springs and some restaurants that are out in the middle of nowhere. Welcome back to the Living in Idaho channel. My name is Craig Flood. I'm a local real estate agent here. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're somebody considering a move to Idaho. I post a new video each week all about this beautiful state. So this winter, my lovely wife and I were invited by some good friends out to Burgdorf Hot Springs up in the McCall, Idaho area, so about 2.5 hours north of Boise. And the fun part about this hot spring is that in the wintertime, one of the best ways to get to it is by snowmobile. Two big things I want to point out about this trip. One is it's nothing to be scared of. We went out with CM Backcountry and they took phenomenal care of us. Another thing I want you to realize is that a lot of our couples, when they're considering a move to Idaho, they come on scouting trips. And normally we recommend a 3 to 4 day scouting trip. It gives us time to show you around the city, help you figure out what neighborhoods might be a good fit. But don't forget that you could extend that scouting trip and add in a little bit of adventure. Could be the one thing that sells you on Idaho and makes you want to stay here so that you can have things like this in your backyard. So without further ado, let me give you an overview of what this adventure was like for my wife and I. So we left Friday night and had quite an interesting drive up to McCall. It's about a 2.5 hour drive and a storm was rolling in, which is great news because that just meant that we had really good snow for snowmobiling, but it did make things a little bit treacherous on the drive up. So about halfway up through our drive, we were coming up out of the canyon. We had just crossed over the Payette River. And there's a spot where the sun just never really gets to most of the day. And we saw 3 to at least 4 cars that were broken down. In fact, one of them was like hanging over a ledge on its way down to the creek. And it was a very precarious situation for that car. And it was interesting too, because as we were traveling through, I was thinking, man, should I help these people? Like, I used to be a firefighter. I have experience in EMS and was an EMT. And it was interesting because as we're driving through, I'm just thinking, one, I don't have the equipment I need to help these people. Two, if I stop, I could cause an accident myself because you could just cause somebody else to come to a stop and cause all these other problems. But just know that winter driving conditions are real here. You do need to be prepared. And actually, as we passed through that canyon, we did see EMS on their way to assist with those different people that were kind of stuck in this canyon. But that was our drive up. It was snowy, it was beautiful, and slightly treacherous for some. So we just got done staying at the Nordic here, and now we're gonna head downtown, McCall, grab some breakfast coffee, and then head up to the snowmobile shop. Just finished breakfast, got some coffee, and now we're gonna head to Albertsons, grab some snacks for the day. So after my wife and I went and grabbed some snacks and grabbed some towels from a local store because we forgot to grab towels, and you definitely want to have a towel at the Burgdorf Hot Springs, we made our way over to CM Backcountry, where they're going to get us outfitted with all the gear we need. So think boots, gloves, helmets, everything. As long as you show up in long johns, you're covered.
So everything's in sizes, extra small, small, medium, large. I have extra large over here.
My wife and I were really happy because we both stayed really warm during this whole trip. Once you get your gear, you then need to head to the trailhead where the snowmobiles are waiting for you, which is about a 20-minute drive to the Francis Wallace parking lot, which is going to be north of town across Payette Lake. Now, I will say you are going to want a car with some four-wheel drive. There were some big potholes coming in once we got into the parking lot, and the roads are kind of slippery driving out there, which is to be expected with winter conditions. Once we arrive here, it's pretty easy to spot out CM Backcountry. They're definitely one of the largest outfits there, and it was pretty quick and simple. We showed up, we signed a waiver, they explained the snowmobile to us, which is pretty simple. A few moments later, we were on our way to Burgdorf Hot Springs, which is good because we had a check-in time at 10 a.m. All
right, so we're out on the trail, been out for a few minutes, and we're continuing on to Burgdorf. We got a Y in the intersection right now. So here is Upper Payette Lake, and the snow is pretty deep. Thanks for keeping the trail clear. There we go. All right, here we are at the turnoff to Burgdorf. We got Warren, 16 miles. We got Burgdorf, 2 miles. Salmon River, 22. And Riggins, 46 miles that way. And I think I just got stuck. Hey, Nigga! I fell into a hole. Will you help me out? Oh my gosh. Ah! Look at the hole. Fell into a tree hole. Dangerous out here. Made it to Burgdorf Hot Springs. Check these rigs out. I don't know, with snowmobiles, the right move, or should I get an old 4Runner? Put some tracks on it. So when you get here, you kind of park in the parking lot over there. This is kind of the main building right here. You got some offices inside. You just walk through this door, they'll check you in. Got a really nice fireplace right there. Got some hot springs. Got some like mini pools over here under cover. Got the dressing room. But look how deep that is. It's got to be 4 or 5 feet deep. If you want, you can also stay here. So you can come out overnight, get some snowmobiles. I hear that after 6, you can just have the hot spring all to yourself. So we got the men's changing room and the women's changing room here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get changed. We're gonna jump in. I just wanted to pause for a second. If you want to have adventures like this at your back door and you wanna move to Idaho, then be sure to reach out. Me and the team would love to assist you in your transition of calling Idaho home. You can call, text, or email, days, nights, or weekends, and we could help you on your journey of making that relocation happen. When you walk to the hot spring, your feet are like freezing, and then you finally hit the water, and it's definitely like hot tub hot.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the colder side, more towards the entrance, and as you move that way, it gets hotter.
Smells like you're camping. It's like a mixture of the wood fire and like a slight Yellowstone.
I think you would agree. Boise's an okay place to live, and there are plenty of things to do here in the wintertime that you may enjoy. As I was telling somebody the other day, Idaho's not for everybody, but it's definitely for some. So there's a hot spring, right? There's that office, a changing room, and there's like a tub that you can sit in down here. So we're gonna go check that out. From here, there's Warren.
Yeah, Warren. And they have a fantastic restaurant up there. And it's just a little tiny, ghost town.
So when you guys have done this before, you go here. And we're doing this right now at 10 a.m. And then we'll go get lunch in Warren.
Yeah, and that takes about an hour to get.
Takes an hour to go from here to there?
Yeah.
Okay, so another hour ride in front of us.
It goes forever.
Stop at the bar. I think they said no drinking in snowmobiles.
They said no driving under the influence.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah. A couple drinks will be good. That'll be fine.
Couple drinks. Just another drink. Yeah, I can't do that. That is way too hot in there. All right, I'm going to get out and get changed. The men's room is like a sauna. They got a wood stove in there, so it's going to be really nice. But from here, I'm going to go get a snack. We got that hour-long ride, but it's really hard to get the ladies out of here. They just really enjoy talking and enjoying the hot water, which is perfect. So to make a trip up here, you're looking at probably wanting to spend the night in McCall or Donley. From there, then you need to rent a snowmobile if you don't have one. We use CM Backcountry. They were actually nice and gifted us the snowmobiles for this video. So far, the experience has been great. The snowmobiles are top-notch. They're not old and beat up. And the gear is phenomenal. So the boots are really comfortable. These bibs, the jackets, the gloves. The nice thing is that they give you everything that you need. So I didn't bring up anything besides a few layers to put in underneath and some warm socks and some hot packs like the hand warmers and the toe warmers. But other than that, it's just been great. But it's awesome to be able to do that. And then at the end of the day, with all the wet gear, just give it back to them and they take care of it. And it's all built into the cost of the rental. What'd you guys think of the hot springs?
Super fun.
So good.
So warm. Mm-hmm. I would come back.
We're starving too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to bring snacks with you if you come on this trip. Though we are heading to lunch, it's just nice to, I had like a little bar. I got a meat stick in the bag. Let me show you guys the bathrooms too. So it's nice to use the restroom before you come. So like at CM Backcountry, you can use a restroom there with proper plumbing and things like that. Let me show you the men's room. Knock, knock. So this is the bathroom up here. A nice cold seat to a big dark hole, but that is padded, which is nice. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's nice and open and spacious. Glorified potty. Cold seat when you sit down, so that kicks in. All right, now we're off to go get lunch. All right, we're about 9 miles out from Warren. We just passed through an area where there was a bar, a lot of houses. So if you want to get a cabin up in the woods, you can do that up here. We're going to continue on. It looks like it's starting to get a bit more hilly and wooded in this area. But again, we got 9 more miles to go up to Warren. We weren't catching up with you.
I was so scared.
Those cutbacks, man.
Fast, so I was like,
You don't want to go fast. If somebody's coming down, you have no time. All right, square up, look this way. All right, we stopped for a quick photo op and we're going to continue on. But it's really beautiful. The waterways that you see cutting through here. This is a really pretty creek.
all the time.
All right, we are taking off. We just finished lunch and we're gonna head off into the mountains, make it back to Boise late tonight. If you're thinking about moving here, there are definitely fun things you could do in the wintertime. If you're curious to know more, go ahead and watch that video next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.